Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Edward Tan. Thank you for watching my video today. So I'm going to talk about how rationalism has influenced the media and public debate here in Malaysia. So first, what exactly is rationalism? So in simple words, it means using reason, logic, and evidence to understand things. Instead of just believing something just because somebody says it, often we ask questions, we check the facts, and we think carefully before we making a conclusion, right? So in our modern society, especially with social media right now, this kind of thinking is really important. Every day we see so much information online. Some is true, some is false, and we need so that's why we need the ability to decide what is real and what is not. So that's where the rationalism comes in. It helps us to make the decision based on the facts, not just emotional or rumors. Okay, so the first way to explain the rationalism has influenced Malaysia media is through balanced and fair reporting, especially when it comes to a sensitive cultural or religious topics. So, having a clear example in Malaysia right now is a case of a temporary relocation in Kuala Lumpur, which will happen reported by the Straits Times in back in 2024. So the story could have easily caused tension, but responsible journalists interviewed different sides such as temple representative, local residents, and government officials to help readers to see the full picture. So there's a rational way to report using facts and different perspectives instead of sensation headlines. So of course, not all media outlets follow this approach lah. So some will still use emotional, dramatic language to attract attention. But overall, rationalism is guiding more journalists to rely on evidence, expert opinion, and community voice to explain issue clearly and fairly. So this kind of reporting help Malaysians understand one another and reduce unnecessary conflict. So now let's move off to the second part, how rationalism has changed the way Malaysia discuss the public issues, especially online today. So if you look at the discussion on social media today, we can see the both sides of story, right? So some of the people still post emotionally without checking the facts, but more of Malaysia right now trying to use the data and reasoning when discuss the national issues. So for example, in Malaysia, during the policy debates about minimum wage such as a minimum wage, education system or healthcare reforms, many users refer to the economy data, international comparisons, and expert studies to support their opinions. So we also see during this budget 2025, when Malaysia analyze tax exchanges, subsidies, and development spending using official figures and reports. So this kind of example shows that rationalism is slowly shaping how people communicate and encourage them to think critically, not just react emotionally. So even when they are disagreement, discussion become a more meaningful when people explain when they are believe something using facts instead of anger. So of course, not every debate online stay positive or polite lah. So there's a still harsh comment on a misunderstanding online today. So but rationalism give us the tools to handle that better, to think before we posting, to check before we sharing, and to listen before we judging. So what do this example tell us? They show the how rationalism is quietly changing how we think, how we communicate, and how we use social media in Malaysia. So it helps the journalists to report fairly and encourage citizens to engage truthfully. So in a multicultural country like us, logic, respect, and understanding must work together. So that's why keep That's what keep our democracy strong and our society peaceful. And in the end, rationalism is not just about being clever, it's about being responsible. It reminds us to realize that truth must be guided by the reason and that respect comes from understanding, not emotion. So by applying rational thinking in how we read, how we write and speak, Malaysia can continue to build a smarter, climber and a more united nation. So thank you for listening today. Thank you.